What is good, everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name is Paul and I make videos about Japanese society, life and culture, and I also make videos about sneakers, which is what today's video is about. It's been a couple of weeks because I haven't made any pickups and done any other type of sneaker content. So for those of you who are waiting, well, here's another video. And today it's actually going to be an unboxing of a shoe that's been out for a while, but because if you know me and you know the channel, you know that I'm really into anything that's kind of Japan connected and Japanese themed, and this happens to be a pair of sneakers just like that. I got it from Sneaker Dunk, which is like the StockX company in Japan, and you know, they do legit checks and everything like that. Not sponsored, but basically what happened is I'd had my eye on these for a while, wanted to check them out, see if they were really worth keeping or something that I would want to have in my collection, and put in a really kind of a lowball offer on the Sneaker Dunk website just to see if anyone would take it. And I knew that if someone accepted my offer, it would be actually the lowest price that these have sold for, because I did a whole search of the history, and lo and behold, someone actually accepted my offer, and I paid a very, very small amount of money for these. I think they retailed for 13 to 15,000 yen, so about, you know, in practical terms, $130 to $150. And I paid less than $80 for them, including the shipping. And okay, that's basically a 50% off price tag. So let's see if they're worth even that. Let's get into it. Okay, there were even some subscribers who asked me if I was going to get a pair of these shoes and do a review. So for those of you who waited for this, thank you for waiting. It's finally arrived. And old school brown and orange Nike box. Take a moment and put down in the comments below if you think you know what these are. I mean, this box is your hint, plus it's a Japan connection. Not really a collaboration, but it has a Japan theme going to it. What do you think these are? If you said they are, another hint, fancy wave colored paper. Thank you note from Sneaker Dunk. If you said these are the Nike Air Force One Mid Izakaya, then you got it right. Now, first of all, what is an izakaya? An izakaya is basically a Japanese style bar restaurant. Japan's historical drinking culture doesn't really have bars or pubs like we know it in America or the UK, etc. Rather, it's a sit-down place where you go with your friends, and there's no really communal bar per se, but you go there and you drink with your friends and eat food, and you're often at low tables around a lot of other patrons, and it's not uncommon for the revelry to kind of spill out and for tables to start, you know, interacting with each other. So even though you kind of go there with your group of people, you might end up, you know, with a larger group hanging out together and socializing. And so an izakaya is a place to get, you know, kind of cheap food, cheap drinks, and enjoy time. And the theme here with the shoes, we've got, for example, on the back heel of the right shoe, we have a tanuki, or Japanese raccoon dog. And these tanuki are often seen in statue form outside of izakaya. There's a lot of traditional izakaya that have statues of this tanuki. Tanuki can be seen outside of not just izakaya, but sometimes houses and restaurants as well, as a symbol of good luck. So this particular tanuki is super cute. It's got actually a pair of Nike sneakers in its hands, and the tanuki on the left, actually the bow on the top of the tanuki's head is actually clearly a Nike swoosh, so that's a fun little detail. So the detail on the other heel is a red star with a gold Nike swoosh, and I think that might be a reference to Japanese beer, like the Sapporo Beer Company has that star label, and so that might be, I don't think it's any sort of collaboration with Sapporo Beer, but it might just kind of be implied, like the Heineken Dunks aren't actually a Heineken collaboration, they just imply the Heineken Beer Company. I think this is kind of along the same lines. And the other major details of the shoe that have to do with izakaya is we once again have the tanuki on the insole, the same one that's seen on the heel, inside both shoes. And then added to the tongue is a kind of extra paper that's made to resemble a receipt, like you would get at the end of a night of drinking with all your food items and drink items itemized. On the top of the receipt, so to speak, it says Nike Air Force 40th Anniversary 1982 design, and then in parentheses, high, which I guess that's kind of interesting because these are not highs, these are mids. But then goes through the different parts of the shoe, like variable width lacing system, proprioceptive belt strap, so this thing, and the Nike swoosh, lateral, medial, concentric circle pivot point, metal oval Dubray with B2 Air Force One, etc. It's basically a breakdown of the shoe as an itemized receipt from an izakaya restaurant. We'd guess that the gold Air Force One 82 medallion at the bottom of the laces is probably gold, probably to resemble money, and again, the idea of fortune. The colorway is described as shimmer, pale ivory, and black. As a colorway, it's nicely neutral. I know that Air Force mids are nowhere near as popular as Air Force One lows, but I'm actually kind of digging the idea of more and more wearing shoes that aren't so often seen or aren't so popular. I'm kind of a contrarian, and so I like the idea of maybe starting to switch from Air Force One lows and wearing more Air Force One mids, and go so far as to be on board with Mr. Trinidad James's mid agenda, and that the Nike SB Dunk mid is going to make a comeback. Because I kind of like the Dunk SB mids, and when I went sneaker shopping in Tokyo, I have that video. Please check that out. I went to Basement Tokyo in Harajuku, and the staff member who was working there that day, when I asked him what his favorite silhouette was, he said the Dunk mid. Well, okay, that's a very rare answer. And he's like, yeah, I'm a pretty rare person. But I think he's going to be less and less rare. I think Nike's going to start pushing that model, and I think there's reason to believe that more and more people are going to come to like it, especially with the Dunk low kind of hype dying away as it is right now. So maybe the Dunk mid hype will pick up where that left off. Definitely a wearable colorway, and for the price I got them for and the fact that I wouldn't be able to resell them for very much at all, I think these are going to go straight to feet. I can think of a lot of reasons and outfits to put these with, especially since even though I've made some pickups recently, I still don't have a lot of brown or tan pairs of shoes in my collection. So I have some clothes and outfits that would be benefiting from having a colorway like this. All right, let me know what you think. Do you support the mid agenda? Do you think these are a cop or a drop? Do you think I got my money's worth considering I spent, basically less than $80 for a pair of these? Let me know in the comments below what you think of these shoes, and I want to thank you very much for watching this content. For those of you Japanophiles and sneakerheads, I hope you really appreciated this video. I'm always happy to do videos for people who are really into Japan and sneakers at the same time. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and expect more content like this coming up in the near future. Thank you so much for watching this particular video, and I will catch you next time. Peace.